we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
The show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show 111. We're so glad you've joined us today. I am your host, Kim White, and I'm joined by the brilliant Denise Millet, the findability queen herself. Good morning.
Good morning, Kim. I'm so honored to be here with you. And I have to say, I'm really excited about today's show. I love helping people understand some of the things that we all do that maybe they could do too. And, you know, as a new business owner, when I was starting, I so wish I had an opportunity to speak or hear other people that were at the same space I was. And so I really hope that anybody coming to this platform is going to grab a nugget of wisdom from us, maybe, or just see something that might be possible for them. So I really love doing the show with you. Thanks.
If nothing else, Denise, they'll get a giggle out of our our, what is it? Can't think of the right word, but out of our antics. That's what it is.
Out of our shtick, maybe, you know, like how we operate, I guess, on a regular basis. So
Exactly.
So I think we should kick off the show today with our favorite segment, although they are all our favorite, but this is our first favorite, is Entrepreneur Land. It's impossible not to dance to that.
I agree, Denise. I agree. And Entrepreneurland, I always say, is the land we live in because we are entrepreneurs and business owners around here. So today's theme is long-term success. I feel like everybody wants to do the drive-through version of I'm going to order it and then pull up to the window and it's going to be served to me. And that is not true success. You can have a minute of that, but in order to sustain that, you have to learn, I think, some things about doing things long term.
And I think we hear a lot about being aggressive in when we're when we're doing our thing, that we need to be aggressive to succeed and do all these things, but we have to learn patience. And that is a really, really tough thing when you're doing it by yourself. So yeah, I get it. It's not an easy thing, but it is so necessary to sustain yourself by thinking about it. It's a long game. So yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't have success up front. It just means you can have success long term by doing it a little different.
That's
so
right.
I agree, Denise.
Yeah. And you know, in our community, in the My Sexy Business community, we do so many things, all the people that surround us. And so we've collected, or we're keeping track, because it's really great for us to celebrate the successes we have. And we want to show everybody out there that we've done this, and you can too. So let's head into our GME Chronicles for the week.
Thanks, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, May 30th, 2025. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud with you, not to show off, but to show what is possible when we come together in business. Last week included 4 Pilates classes with Kat. She also held the Keep It Moving 11-minute fitness challenge over the course of 5 days. I ran the Sounds of Silence 5K with the Postpartum Resource Center of New York's team. My Sexy Business held clipping class for Fire Up and Groundwork Brigade Masterminders, as well as rounds 32 and 33 of Fire Up Mastermind, 2 sessions of Showtime Mastermind, and 1 session of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. My Sexy Business went live with show number 109 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and be sure to subscribe to the My Sexy Business YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. New podcast episodes dropped last week. Go give them a listen. We had Sisters in Service with episode 196, Late Bloomer Living with episode 233, Buckets and Boom Gates with episode 101, and 5 or 15 Interviews Leadership Series with episode 65. On Clubhouse, Adam and Denise hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday, which currently has 1,267 members. And on Thursday, we held the 37th Walk and Talk with the community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can connect with everyone there. Last week's number of 22 brings the grand total to 6,561 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us coming up at the Age Agitators Club Gathering with Yvonne, Salty Sisters live stream with Yvonne and Kat, and coming up at Sticky Note Time Accountability. You can always join the community where we're meeting in places like the Clubhouse audio app, the Buckets and Boomgate Studio, Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Walk and Talk, Kitchen to Kitchen, and wherever you're watching now for Good Morning Entrepreneur. For more information and future events, head to our website and events page at mysexybusiness.com/event. Back to you in the GME studio.
Cheers. So I brought my mug that actually should belong to Denise. It says brilliant. And I didn't want her to see it before the show because, Denise, I do think you are brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you, Kim. And I brought my Fierce Entrepreneur mug because we have a summit coming up soon, and I want to make sure that I keep it in the front of my mind.
So. I love it. Well, this month, Denise, is International Entrepreneur Adventure Month. And I feel like the Chronicles feed so well into this because the Chronicles are sharing with everyone about our adventure we are on. And it is an adventure. We will say it is an adventure.
And it's international because we have interacted with people across the globe, honestly, that there is no limits or borders in what we do.
Yep.
So I love that.
It's very exciting.
We have a celebration today.
Yes, and I'm very excited about this one. Do you want to tell? Do tell?
I do. Our great friend Von Marchese is the creator of the Late Bloomer Living podcast, and they are celebrating their 5th anniversary, which is amazing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday!
I love the jumping cupcake. Thank you.
So Yvonne is so amazing. And I think it's fun to give her a little, not just a shout out, but some extra love because to make it 5 years in podcasting is like, I don't know, you have to be 500 years old or something. Like that's what it's related to, because a lot of people, and these are stats, I'm not going to be accurate because I can't remember the numbers, all of them, but I think there's like 70% of people don't make it to episode 10. And then there's others that don't make it to the year mark. Like there's just a lot of stats out there about the starting and not going on. But Yvonne has gone 5 years. She's on 200 and bazillion episodes. I can't remember that number either, but
and she does all of her own production too. So this is just, it's amazing. She does an amazing job. And I hope anyone who hasn't listened to Late Bloomer Living will find it on your platform and listen, because it's so inspiring.
It's very, very good. So congratulations, Yvonne Marchese.
Yay.
Well, we celebrated another one, Denise. Let me just say this. Jill Olish and I have a podcast called Buckets and Boom Gates, and we just celebrated our 100th episode. We don't have what is up with this? We didn't make a slide for us. We didn't even think about it. This is the generic cover art, but we didn't make a jumping cupcake for ours. I think we messed up, Denise.
Well, I think you used up all your creative juice for Yvonne this month. Maybe next month.
Maybe next time. Well, during our 100th episode, we talked about avoiding burnout and why skipping celebration can leave you feeling stuck in constant motion and exhaustion. Sometimes if people come and they see the chronicles and they think, oh, you're just bragging about all the things you do. No, we need to stop. All of the entrepreneurs, all the business owners, you need to have those places of celebration. And Jill brought up in the episode talking about even the reflection part of it. When you don't slow down and reflect on what you just accomplished, sometimes you can veer off the path, or you can take you get on that wheel of just doing things. So anyway, we want to invite you to go and check out the 100th episode too.
Yes. And it is a great risk of, part of being a long-term success is giving yourself that time to reflect and celebrate your milestones. It gives you energy to keep going. And sometimes we just roll into the next thing and we forget that we've accomplished something because we're thinking forward. And so it is a good thing to really take time for yourself. So I think that's what is amazing. And I love the podcast. So
thank you.
Yeah. So, we're going to head into our first Roving Reporter segment, Kim. And it's Jill Olish, our mama entrepreneur, is why I can't say entrepreneurs today. And she's telling us a little bit about expectations when we are creating things that have an impact in the world. And so I want to listen to what Jill has to tell us today.
Thanks, Kim. One of the things that we do as entrepreneurs is put stuff out, not just ourselves, putting ourselves out there, but things, our services, our products, we're launching things. So what happens when we put something out there and we feel like a complete failure right away? Oh, don't you just want to go cry in the corner and hide and take it all down and scratch it? No. The first time I shared my work, instead of feeling proud, I spiraled. I thought impact had to come with applause, but sometimes it comes quietly and in ways we don't see right away. So just stick with it. It's scary putting it out there because we're like, ooh, somebody see me. Ooh, somebody pick me. But it doesn't happen that quickly and that fast. Always. There are moments where it does and it's exciting, but there's going to be the moments where it takes some time, effort, and work. And it's okay. Don't get discouraged because you've done something for the first time and it might take a couple more times for it to reach the right people because you've had to up-level some things. Maybe tweak some things to get the right spiders crawling to grab your stuff and to share it, or even the right fans to share it. Keep going, keep putting more out there, and be amazed at how your momentum will pick up. But you've got this. Don't be discouraged by those feelings that come with doing something for the first time. Back to you in the GME studio.
Wow.
What words of wisdom.
Oh my goodness. And just when I read the title, I was like, oh, who hasn't felt that way? Who hasn't felt that they put their heart and soul out there and then crickets? And you just feel empty. It's hard. It is very, very hard to do. So I appreciate Jill's wisdom so much. And Kim, Jill has done something else that has such great impact for all of us and her entire community and audience. She and her husband, Bobby, have created a podcast called Mama Outspoken Podcast. And they share their real, raw adventure through parenthood, postpartum, pregnancy, all the things they experience together. And I think it's an amazing, very, very brave thing that they're sharing. And I really want to celebrate their efforts.
I love the different perspectives, because I think as they're going along, they're even learning more about how the other one thinks about, whatever's going on. So I love it.
I do too. Applause. Yeah, so we're also going to talk to another person who's in our community, the amazing Donna Bender, with her segment on surprise and delight marketing. And she's telling us this week, about cultivating our relationships with, things that are unusual, to make an impact, to show people how you feel without it being your traditional kind of holiday, right? So let's hear what Donna has to say today.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on celebrating another wacky holiday with your clients. Today, I am dressed as a favorite national treat, delivering a box of surprise and delight donuts because National Donut Day is coming June 7th. So there's time to plan for that day and celebrate with your clients and employees some sprinkles of joy and circles of sweetness. Did you know that National Donut Day actually has historical roots? It was started back in 1938 to honor the Salvation Army volunteers who served donuts to the soldiers during World War I. So it's a day steeped in tradition, generosity, and of course, goodness. And how can we make this day even sweeter for our clients and employees? Well, here are some wholesome National Donut Day ideas. There is a do-it-yourself decorating kit. It comes filled with the essentials, the frosting, the sprinkles. It's a great thing to do with the whole family. You could also deliver a box of donuts to your clients, and don't forget to include the tumbler so that when the donuts are gone, you still stay top of mind. And then, of course, there could be some donut-inspired fun socks or even a screen cleaner where you can have a sentiment letting your clients know how much you value the relationship. So, as we celebrate National Donut Day, let's continue to spread the sweetness, one donut at a time. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh, what a treasure Donna is. She's just amazing. I love that she goes all in on demonstrating how to make things fun and how to impact people with your own personality. So I think it's amazing. And Donna has this monthly show called The Big Show and Tell that she releases at the last week of every month on her YouTube channel called @DonnaBenderGiving. And it is just chock full of examples of her wonderful relationship building advice and products that you may never have thought of using, but just wonderful things.
Donna says branded products plus surprise and delight marketing equals big results. And she's right. We have gotten big results from what she's taught us. And I think a lot of people in our community have. So definitely don't want to miss that.
No. And our next section of this show that we're going to show is an example of something you may not think about, is how we all make mistakes. And sometimes they can be pretty fun. And why run away from them? So let's talk about Adam Rothenberg's experience with Bloopers with the Interview King.
And what would you say it was about Chaperone that you that led you to, you know, I'm gonna get my question right, because I had the question as, why does this song mean so much to you? But since it's more of an artist, what was it? Okay, this is how I think I'm gonna phrase it. What was it about Chaperone that made her be the pawn for you to create this show? Like, what was it about what she was saying?
I love blooper reels, don't you?
I do. I appreciate the fact that he's willing to like let those be seen, because he's been in business a long time, Denise. And I think this is part of the things that a lot of people won't share. This he's had long-term success over 16 years.
Right.
And still will get tripped up on a question now and then. So I love that he showed this today.
And I love Jason's reaction too. He was so patient. He's such a great guy. So, you know, Adam does interviews with so many celebrities, entertainment, musicians, artists, just it's amazing. And he has an entertainment platform called callmeadam.com. And he shares all his interviews and a lot of his bloopers and his experiences and his book. It's just a fantastic platform. So I encourage everybody to go there and check out his latest interviews.
If you click on the interview section at the top, you can go and see who he's been with lately. And I think Jason is already to the second page, because it is, I mean, he just does so many, Denise. Oh, no, there he is.
There he is. Yeah. This is a never-ending font of fun. You know, so we really get to dive deep with a lot of people that he admires and he experiences, and he shares it with everybody. And I'm in awe of the work he produces on a regular basis. He really, really shares a lot.
Thank you for entertaining us with interviews and bloopers.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Adam. So I think it's time that we head over to our segment called the Military Minute with Kat Corchado. And this segment is sponsored by her podcast, Sisters in Service. And Kat's talking a little bit about when others don't believe in you, what you should do.
What do you say to people who don't believe you can do whatever it is you're trying to do?
I just smile and thank them for their opinion. I think a lot of times, a lot of the pushback can come from our friends. It can come from our family. When your family doesn't believe that you can do something, that's a strong opinion. And then you start to say, wow, maybe they're right. Maybe I can't do this. But I think that you have to believe in you. It's nice to have someone in your corner, a spouse, a friend, but you don't need that to start your business. Be your own believer. Believe in you and prove them wrong. That's the best. I don't want to say revenge. It's not revenge, but that's the best. They're like, oh, I didn't believe you. You're like, yes, I know. Well, can you teach me how? And then all of a sudden it all changes. So prove them wrong. That's the best advice I could give, is prove them wrong.
That is the best advice, isn't it?
Kat's been proving people wrong who didn't believe in her for a very long time. She's a bad A.
Absolutely, absolutely. I so appreciate her presence in my life. It makes me stand taller and makes me think twice before I doubt myself. So I really appreciate her so much.
She is one of the leaders of a summit we have coming up, Denise Millet.
Yes.
The Fierce Entrepreneur Summit. That's right. Denise has her mug ready. So the summit is something that is near and dear to my heart because I did not find, when I was starting out way, way back, I did not find anyone I could connect with or that was like me. I didn't know any other entrepreneurs or business owners. I was very much felt alone. And I think this is a spot that allows people to get to know the speakers and the leaders of the roundtable. Denise, I believe it was your feedback that caused us to change it from just a panel discussion to a roundtable. You were the one that instigated that, and I think it was brilliant. Again, Denise, brilliant.
Thank you.
But this time the theme is the real reason people become entrepreneurs. And I used to watch a show. This is a long time ago, but I was a teenager. That's how long ago. I watched a show that they showed, and I think there was 10 in the series, and then they canceled the show, but they were sharing entrepreneurs, how they started. And I thought, oh, this is so wonderful. And then they didn't have any more episodes, and I was so disappointed. So this, I think, is a lot of this bubbling up from then of, I don't want anyone to feel like that. There are so many reasons that people start their entrepreneur adventure. It is the International Entrepreneur Adventure Month, after all, for June. But why would we not share those things so that we can encourage others? So I think y'all do great.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate that you have this summit every quarter for us in the community. And I think it helps us too, I have to say, because, it's not like we're out there pitching ourselves. That's not what this is about. This is about us really collecting our own thoughts and understanding what we believe in and sharing it with people, because that's something you don't see very often at all. You hear a lot of the marketing, you hear the marketing pitches and all that stuff, but do you really have people sit down and say, yeah, this is really why I started. This is what it's been like. And it's the real thing. And I think that's the magic of the summit. So yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're just not afraid to ask the hard questions is what the deal is.
Right. So if you head over to the mysexybusinesswebsite.com and go to the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit tile and head here, the page we're showing, you can sign up to join us at the after party. And you can also join us live on the website or YouTube, LinkedIn, all the places we stream to, and you can participate in the conversation through comments. And we are going to be taking comments and incorporating them in a discussion. So we hope everyone will come.
Save the date.
Yeah, July 16th at 11 a.m. Central Time.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
Well, you are tuning into Good Morning Entrepreneurs. We are so glad you are with us today for show number 111. And today's theme is long-term success. I think the proof is in the pudding is what I'm going to say. If you meet someone who's been in business 5 minutes, watch and see what they do. Hopefully they're proving someone wrong. But if you have met someone who's been in business a long time, it can really help you on your journey. So the roving reporters here are more than willing to connect, and they're so generous with themselves. I'm going to say, if you will head over to mysexybusiness.com and go down to the GME tile, Good Morning Entrepreneur Show, you can head over there and there's a big red button. So if you want to connect with someone, you can go to that button and connect with them. I also want to encourage everyone to subscribe to the YouTube channel here so that you get a chance to see some more. We're trying to put together a lot of content for those who are on this adventure with us. So it's exciting, and I think you should connect.
Absolutely. And we want to talk to people because we believe as members of this community, we really do. It's hard to believe in the world of marketing and what we see out there. But this is a community that really cares for the people in it and really wants to share what we know. So please, any one of us on that directory page would be happy to speak to you. So don't hesitate to reach out.
We have lots of free community events so that people can get to know everybody. Because here's one thing that I am probably very different as the leader of this community. I don't want someone coming in if we're not their flavor.
Right.
I think everyone should be in a community, but if we're not their flavor, let us help you try to find one that is, because business alone is not sexy. I'll just say that.
No, it's not. So Kim, every week, speaking of, community, we get questions from people. They send them to us. Our inbox is overflowing at times. And so this week, our question of the week is, I feel like I'm drowning in to-dos. Should I just quit?
This question can come over and over and over and over when you're doing business long term. Let me just say that. When you first start out, it feels like you've got a million things you have to do to be successful. Then you get to another layer of you're having some success, and then you find out there are more to-dos. And then you get a little more successful and you find out there's a whole nother layer of to-dos. So I just want to speak to that part really quickly of it is absolutely normal to feel this way. It may not be fun, may not be exciting to have those lists, but you're coming to a crossroads of, should you quit because you have too much to do? Absolutely not. Find a way to delegate. Find a way to go through and find out what you're doing that's busy work. Because, a lot of people will tell you need to do this and that and the other, and you need 1 million followers. You couldn't take care of 1 million followers if you had them. I just want to say that out loud. So what do you really need for your business? Are you doing things in a way that is causing you harm because you have too big a to-do list? Are you taking on unnecessary pressure? I think all of those are things to consider before quitting. I think if you're quitting, it needs to be a choice of, this is not what I need to be doing, versus quitting because you just haven't figured out yet how to get past all those to-dos.
Oh, I so agree. And it's a roller coaster. This is not a straight line adventure where you're just walking a straight path. I mean, it really has a lot of ups and downs, and you have to give yourself the grace to wait out some of the dips and peaks and valleys and just keep going, because it really is the stamina and the sustainability that really makes a difference. So at least that's what I think. And I agree with you, Kim.
Agreed, Denise.
Yeah. And someone else who agrees with what you just said about you can't take care of 1 million clients is our next entrepreneur, Yvonne Marchese, with her segment Entrepreneurship Later in Life. And, how many clients do you really need?
This is Yvonne Marchese, your resident age agitator, here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. And today I have a clip that comes from a Late Bloomer Living episode. It's a conversation that I had with visibility strategist Donna Cravata of Donna Cravata Media Group. She's the founder of the Real 50 Over 50, which is a project that amplifies the voices of entrepreneurial women over the age of 50. And I have a little series for you. Donna helps her clients get intentionally visible to the right people without chasing internet fame. Let's hear what she has to say.
There are all of these pieces that come into play with that. And then the visibility piece, it is Okay, so I want to be visible, but I don't need to be visible to millions of people. I need to be visible to 1,000 people. Okay, so if you need to be visible to 1,000 people, what do you need to do to be visible to those 1,000 people? Let's boil it down. What do they care about? Where are they showing up? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Substack? What do they
It's all
want?
about clarity, right?
Yeah, what books do they read?
Yeah.
What gets them excited? And then you can start to kind of position yourself so you just show up for these 1,000 people. So now what happens when you show up for these 1,000 people? You have already done your little edit. You've got your little business refined. You figured out, oh, in this business that I have refined, I need to have, I don't know, 60 clients a year. Okay? You can get 60 clients a year out of 1,000 people.
Doesn't that sound manageable? I love it. That's all for now. Back to you guys in the GME studio.
She's amazing, isn't she? And that's just a sample of what you can get from listening to her podcast, the Late Bloomer Living podcast. And the wisdom that she shares is just amazing. And who hasn't thought that they need to just become this influencer, what we hear, influencer, when you're really looking for the people that want to work with you, that you want to work with, and trying to attract them.
Well, we know a little secret around here that it's sometimes the less clients you have, the more money you make. So just consider that too, because you're not chasing 1 million or 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is. And I think that's something really important too, is it really does take a lot out of your life if you're chasing people all the time.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And if you're trying to be generic enough to please everybody, then you're really not speaking to anybody in a real conversation. You know, you're just broadcasting. So it's so wonderful. Yvonne shares these ideas with us on a regular, and I think everybody should follow her podcast on your platform.
and she's been doing it 5 years, we mentioned again.
Yes, we did. Yay, happy birthday. So
wait, that means you and I are going to have to jump. There's no jumping cupcake right now. We're going to have to jump.
I can't spin though like the other cupcakes. That's not happening in this chair. It's just not. So another one of our wonderful entrepreneurs helps us with health and wellness, and that's our wonderful cat Corchado. And she's going to share with us some ways to make better decisions, because that's the other thing you're weighed down with. You make decisions, so many decisions when you're in business. It's exhausting. And sometimes it can be so overwhelming. So let's listen to what Kat has to do to help us.
Can you share a time when your fitness and wellness practices directly influence a business decision or outcome, Kat?
Oh, that's a juicy one too. Every day. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're listening, if you've ever come across a problem in your business, something you couldn't figure out, you're trying to decide between A and B or A, B, and C, and you just, for the life of you, it's just not there. I go for a walk. And I'm not thinking about this. Okay, let me make this clear. I'm trying to clear my mind. And you know what happens every time I have a problem? I have a solution to my problem. Because it clears the cobwebs. We've got all of these thoughts. What was it Yvonne said? We've got how many thoughts going in our brain every day?
What?
Like 80,000 or something ridiculous. And so it clears the path where I go, oh, that's it right there. Sometimes it's a gut instinct that it just feels like this is the one to do. But my fitness and wellness practices influence my business every day. Every day.
What would we do without Kat keeping us on the straight and narrow, right? And helping us figure these things out. You know, Kim, last week, Kat had this amazing challenge, the 11-minute workout challenge, and it was fantastic. She opened it up for anybody to come, and every day for an hour, you could come and do an 11-minute workout. And boy, did that work your body out.
Kat has a thing she does, and I always giggle. It's this. It's 11 minutes. 11 minutes.
And she also is obviously the founder of Small Space Pilates. And Kat believes that you should be able to try before you buy.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants everybody to know that you can come and sign up for the community for a week and attend any of the classes that are out there. I think there's 7 slots now, 7 different times. And so go to our website, and this is the homepage right here, and go to Small Space Pilates in the Yacht Club. And you'll see it on the menu up there. And you'll see a section where you can sign up for a free week. And that will definitely allow you to experience the wonders of Kat, what she believes, what she thinks about, and no pressure. You know, she believes that everybody deserves to feel good in their body. And she really wants everyone to be comfortable. There's none of this have to look perfect things.
Go to the big purple button. That's what we're going to say. Purple, purple, purple.
And come and join us. Kim and I are in the community as well. We'd love to see you there. And it's a no pressure situation, but I think you'll enjoy it. So
if you have any kind of injury, you're recovering from an illness, you've had a cancer diagnosis, Kat actually specializes in those things as well. So I feel like that's one of the things. She's a movement specialist, and she can help you be able to do things you can't even believe you can do. I know she's done that for both of us, Denise. Like, she's helped us get past some injuries, illnesses, and not the cancer diagnosis, thankfully, but she has helped us both to get past those things. So
right.
Don't count yourself out.
No, never. So
I was going to say, I need to introduce the next person. The next roving reporter, who is brilliant, is our very own findability queen, Denise Millet. Her segment is about helping entrepreneurs be findable online. But I will tell you, Denise is magical when it comes to all the SEO things. So, Denise, I would love to go to yours and see what you have to say today. So is SEO just for websites?
No. SEO is for all types of content that you create. Way back when search engines first were out there, news and other types of media, images, video, audio weren't really a big to well, news was, but those things weren't. It was news, and it was informational things and shopping, right? Now we have podcasts, we have blogs, we have articles, we have trains and planes and automobiles, and we have all sorts of Reddit and Quora and all these other sites and auctions, and it's amazing what's included in a search engine. So anything that you create has a way for you to identify it when it gets included in a search engine by having a title or a description, or each platform has a way for you to put those things in to help with your search engine inclusion.
Oh, Denise Millet, the brilliance and wisdom you have to share with all of us. I want to make sure everyone knows you have a brilliant YouTube channel. You started it intentionally with being able to help others with their questions, because if you're like me, SEO means I'm running away. And the truth is, Denise has made us embrace it because she's answered so many of the questions. So go to YouTube at Findability Queen. She is there. She says all the time, if they can't find you, they can't do business with you. So if you are on this entrepreneur adventure with us, be sure and go over there. Denise will probably already has answered your question, but if she hasn't, she also opens the door for you to ask and she'll answer. So you are very amazing, Denise Millet.
I'm blushing. I have blush on, but I'm blushing. So please stop. But thank you. I appreciate that. I really do want people to not be frustrated by this. And the industry doesn't help them. So, there's a lot of things out there that are just like maddening. So I'm trying to help limit that.
And I want to say, too, that Denise has a way of showing you not only how to understand it, but how you can do some things yourself. I think the big push usually in the industry is to spend, $25,000 to get it done. And the truth is, there's a lot of things you can do along the way that actually makes a big enough difference that you don't even need that. So I am going to say that out loud, too. Adam is a great example. He's had almost 2 million visitors in the last couple of years following Denise's advice. We've set records with our website following Denise's advice. So I just feel like that's something to be said out loud. And I know you want me to stop, but I have to get it all in there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But we should talk about another thing we're very passionate about, which is website royalty.
My goodness. So 1 million years ago is what I'm going to say. Back at the beginning of time, when I was trying to figure out website stuff, I did not have my sweet Denise Millet. Now I have the secret weapon. But back then I did not, and I needed support. I really did need support. And I had to muddle through a lot of things and fail at a lot of website stuff. Well, when we came to the other side of it, because we are in the long-term success category, I will just say we created something so others didn't have to struggle. So like I did. And it is called website royalty. Instead of feeling dismissed with your questions, it's a place to come in and be treated royally is what we want you to think about. If you have questions, we want you to come and ask them. So it is a group or a community. It's a part of our big community, but it's a group for answering questions about your Kajabi platform, like website questions. If you use our affiliate link, it's actually gifted to you for a year, which anyone can get their stuff together in a year's time and get their website up and running and functioning and setting records like we have. But it is definitely a community of support. You can ask the questions, and we have a rule around the whole community, which is ask until you're clear. So if you've ever asked a question about a website and been dismissed, it feels like this is not that. Let me say that.
No, and a lot of the new tools that you sign up for, they might have documentation, but it could take you hours to weed through it to find an answer to just the simple question you might have as you're trying to get yourself going. And, Kajabi's has run this promotion, but you can also sign up for it for a free trial for 30 days to try it out. And you'll be included in website royalty, and you get to ask your questions and have them answered in the community. So you can get feedback on a weekly basis on specific things that you need.
Makes us feel very good to be able to support others, Denise, who may be on the struggle bus like we used to be.
Yeah, and I'm a tech person, Kim. So I'm saying this truthfully. I've experienced so many people that are so frustrated by these things, and it's really not like they should expect themselves to know everything. None of us were taught this when we were children in school, right? These are all new things, and they often speak to just tech people because that's easier for them. That's their acronyms and jargon and all these things, and I don't blame them. That's what they're used to. But there's people like us out there, and I include myself in that. I want to hear just tell me what it really is and why I'm doing it. because you don't want to waste your time. You really don't. You don't have it. We've talked about entrepreneurship and what that costs. It's a lot of work, and there are so many things pulling at your time. So this is a great shortcut way to address what you need. And it's a full year, and that is not given lightly by you and the organization. A lot of people don't do that. They say, "Oh, here's the bonus," or do whatever. Here's my downloadable to get you going. And it's like, well, I really need more than that. It's a huge platform. It does everything. How can you learn that one day?
Agreed, Denise, and thank you for your sweet words.
Sorry, I'm a little passionate about this stuff. It's really hard to hold myself back.
Because Denise is brilliant. I can't.
No, because I am a fierce entrepreneur. That's why.
I love it.
So we're going to head over to our favorite. I love them all, but this is a favorite. We're going to go into Princess Speak.
Well, Princess Speak is the simple business language for entrepreneurs and business owners that our community uses on the daily. And we love the segment because it breaks it down from words that maybe we don't understand to things that we can understand. Let me say that. And we're not smart around here. We are smart. But there are things that people use big words for no reason. This is one of the questions I get most is about what does sexy business mean? Because our entire business is named My Sexy Business. I'd like you all to do a little exercise with me and say out loud, say My Sexy Business.
My
sexy business.
The reason that we named it, first off, My Sexy Business, is we want that in your mouth. We want you to believe you can have a sexy business. Sexy is a business that you own and does not own you. It does not consume your life. It does not make your family last priority. It is actually a way to create a long-term successful business that is full of collaboration and full of joy and full of success and sexy because it builds your actual life from having that sexy business. So I hope that was clear enough, but I hope you all spend the day saying My Sexy Business.
My Sexy Business. I mean, you have to have an accent. No, I'm just kidding. Kim, I didn't understand this when I joined the community. I thought it was great catchphrase and, logo was adorable and red dress and sleevage and all those wonderful things. But I've come to learn over the years that I want one of these. I want a business that doesn't consume me. And it's a struggle every single day, even if you're in it for years. But the ultimate goal in understanding it, that you can't have a business you're just the business. You have to have things to bring to the table, just like you do in any relationship, right? You can't be a partner with someone and have them only share their life, right? You have to bring your unique special sauce to the table and create a collaboration, let's say. So it's like your life is a collaboration, and you have to pull the business in and your life and what's important to you, or it gets really hollow and it can be very hard to sustain.
Very, very, very.
Yeah. Sexy business. I did not go. Let's just say I went everywhere. I went where everyone else probably went when I first came on board with My Sexy Business. But now I truly understand, because of the freedom that building my business the way that is sexy for my lifestyle has afforded me, and been able to do the things that I've wanted to do because I built a business. So being able to make sure my priorities stay my priorities, including my business, and weaving it all together instead of feeling so separate. That's how it ended up feeling like I could call it now My Sexy Business also.
including the mascot Ringo in Joe's laugh. Like,
I can bring my pet to work.
That's right. Well, I guess it was that way, but you know.
And that's the best part, is that you can bring your pet. I think when I first thought about sexy business, I was like, okay, that's cute, but I'm not sure how that applies to me. But now I understand that my sexy business means an easy button for me and a huge up level in my business. And I'm hands down with that. I'm okay with all of that.
That's great, Kat.
I will agree with what everybody has said. Is when I first joined the community and I started talking to everybody about this new community that I'm in and how great it was, a lot of my time was spent defending the business name. Oh, what does that mean? Why'd she call it that? Blah, blah, blah. And then when I explain it, they get it. Oh, wow, that's such a great idea to have a business that you own and doesn't own you. So you can call it My Sexy Business. And I will just concur with what everybody has said. It is something that I long for. I mean, I can't wait for the day where I can be on vacation and money is coming in. And even though it's not huge amounts right now, I'm getting a system in place that is allowing me to have some money come in, and I'm looking forward to building upon that. And like Denise said too, it does take years. I mean, I do hope to be an overnight sensation 42 years later, just like Kim. So hopefully it won't take 42 years, because I'll be almost 90. I would be 91 by that point. So so hopefully it comes a little sooner than that. But whenever it comes, and I'm very excited for it.
I love it, Adam. And you know, reality is you don't have to wait a long time to have a sexy business. You have to get past what you've been taught sometimes. You have to get past those things, that these are things required to have a successful business, to be able to actually have a successful business. And some of the unlearning can be painful, I will be honest. Some of the things that you have to say, oh, I really can do this. And I love Kat's segment of Prove 'em Wrong on Military Minute today, because I think a sexy business does that without being ugly. We're not trying to be revengeful, like Kat said in her segment. But it is important for you to understand what sexy is to you. What is success to you? I don't want to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I don't want to miss my family things. I don't want to not have my puppy wherever I am. Like, I don't want those things. To me, that's not freedom. So I like what Jill said about freedom. I think sexy equals freedom. And Sweetwater, if you are not experiencing freedom in your business, if you don't feel like you can own the term that you have a sexy business, reconsider what you're doing and how you're doing it. Systems and processes can change that. Delegating can change that. But most of all, it changes between our ears. We have to know that it's possible to have that sexy business. So as we leave today, I'd love for all of us to say one more time what we have, and that is
My sexy business.
Love y'all. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.